Sports on Air.
First and foremost, Daniela, it's good to see you again. The first time that I saw you personally was back in Manila. Can you run us through that experience once again, being with in front of Manila fans here in the Mall of Asia Arena?
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Oh my, there was incredible experience. I think for all of us, all the players, we were really impressed. By the number of people that came to watch, and the atmosphere was just incredible. And yeah, it was amazing time. Really, it was the first time we actually got together as a team because there was the first place of IPTL. So we were like getting to know each other within the team. I was really lucky to have so many Aussies around me, and it was so much fun. Yeah, it was one of the coolest things. Thinking about exhibitions and stuff like that I think I've ever done. So would love to go back.
Maybe soon, and we'll be glad to cover it once again. But of course, right now, Wimbledon is right about around the corner right now, and I just want to ask: you played in Wimbledon as well. What makes it special as compared to other Grand Slams?
I think it's the tradition and just respecting the rules from whenever tennis started, and just the fact that we have to all wear white keeps up the elegance and the class of the tournament, and that's what makes it so special. Respecting the history, the rules, and just entering those gates every morning. There is just such an incredible energy. And I do believe it's because of respecting everything that has happened there in the past. And just, when you walk on the center court, you go through all the members areas. It's just such a huge privilege to be part of it all as a player, now as a part of the TV. So yeah, it's definitely, I would say, the most special time of the year for me personally, because I love playing on grass. So those 2 weeks were always like kind of what kept me going for the rest of the 12 months.
Okay, right now, may I know who are your logical and maybe sentimental picks for this year's Wimbledon, starting from the men's, then to the women's?
Yeah, well, the logical one, I don't think you can go against Novak, just because of, first of all, the final he had in Roland Garros, being to Sestola final against Stefanos, and showing us, how he's able to bounce back and just raise his level whenever he's required to another planet, I would say. So physically, mentally, he's right there, and no reason why he shouldn't be thinking about that Golden Slam, because I feel like the only player standing between that, it's himself. So definitely that's the most logical pick. I can have, obviously you can never write Roger off on grass. To me, that will be important how he deals with that first week when he doesn't have that momentum yet. He hasn't played many matches, and players now believe a little bit more that they can beat him even on grass. So I think it will be fascinating to follow his route and what he does. I was impressed in Paris the way he's moved, so that's always a good sign after coming back from injury. So I would say that's like more sentimental pick, Roger, on grass, and then Stefanos, obviously right behind these two guys. Just how much effort he puts in. I feel like he's so close, doing all the right things. So I think those three guys are definitely picks. Please don't ask me for moments, because it's impossible these days to predict everything. I don't know what Marcus and Tammy said, but it's like, when you look at Roland Garros, who would have picked those two names? So I feel like it has a potential for kind of the same story here at Wimbledon, that anything can happen. But I would say the one I like the most at the moment is Maria Sakkari. She's been so consistent, so solid, puts probably more hard work in than anyone. Also, she stays a little bit lower, which is always good on grass. So I really like her chances, and just because of the attitude she's got. Obviously, Serena on grass, you can never write off. And Simona Halep will be interesting to see where she's at with her movement. And then Sabalenka too, with that big serve. So I would say one of those 4 players.
Okay, right now the Philippines has this wonderful young lady with the name of Alex Eala, winning the doubles championships in 2020 Australian Open, and she just won Roland Garros doubles. Okay, so being a 15 or 16-year-old lady that is about to go pro, and uh, what is the thing that you're gonna maybe tell her about, maybe how can you win on grass this time?
Good question. Stay low to start with. Put the intensity on more than ever, because everything happens so quick. The points are over, in no time. Even though now the grass is much slower, so the rallies are longer. You still need the intensity big time. Mentally focus on every single point. You can't afford to kind of not be there, because the momentum changes super quickly. And also it's important to accept that you're gonna get some bad bounces. Maybe you're gonna not play sometimes your best because of how fast and quick it is. And really be able to enjoy it, because like I said, for me it was the most favorite part of the year. Enjoy the appreciation, enjoy the moment, and enjoy where you are, because it is a very special place.
Okay, of course, being a junior athlete, it's just gonna go by so fast, and then you have to go to the pro ranks. What is that transition that you usually advise women at that age when they are trying to go up to the ranks already, to the pro ranks?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I would say, with all my respect, not to pay too much attention to those junior results, because at the end of the day, they don't really mean much. Because to make the transition, you have to win a lot. So having the acceptance that maybe at the beginning it's not going to be easy, because obviously the level, it's completely different. Yes, you have the confidence that you are talented, have the potential, but then it's all about hard work, discipline, and working hard for it. Nothing's going to be given to you. It's not easy to make the transition. So yeah, not to maybe get over carried away with the junior results. I think I would say that's my advice, because on the tour you basically start from zero. So having the acceptance that there's going to be tough losses, it's going to take a while, it's nothing happens overnight, and just having the patience too.
Okay, and of course, right now she's currently training under Rafa Nadal's academy. Okay, it's silly to say that what can she learn, but how could the academy improve her game moving forward to her career, of course, in a few years when she turns pro?
Yeah, I think it's more just being there and having the energy of Uncle Tony and Rafa. I think it's enough to see Rafa once in practice, and you kind of understand the intensity, the commitment, the focus you have to put in. So I think just having him around whenever, for the players, it's amazing to have him there as the role model. And I would advise to go and watch every single practice she can, just to understand what it takes, with as far as the commitment. And hey, I mean, being in Mallorca in that beautiful weather, when it gets really really hot in summer, just like for you guys in Malaysia, I think it makes you tough as an athlete, because you have to train in really difficult conditions. So I definitely think she's in the right place.
Okay, and my last question right now, it's a little personal, but of course the pandemic hit everyone in the world, unless you're in another planet. But what has the pandemic what are the lessons that you took in personally during this pandemic, as an athlete, as on your personal on your personal life as well?
It was a great opportunity for me to kind of slow down, because I haven't had that since I was like 12, and make me appreciate so much more my family, my friends, and my country, and just realizing what I really want from life. which is just making things really simple and being with the people I love. It's personally what I desire the most, and I don't think much more. I don't need much more. So it has showed me a lot of the things I needed to get rid of, on many different levels, and just making life really simple. And in a very strange way, it has helped me to find what I've been always searching for.
All right. Thank you so much, Danielle, for the time. Thank you so much. So much for the time as well. And first and foremost, I just want to ask you, of course, Wimbledon is just around the corner. And I've asking some tennis players about Wimbledon. What is the magic of Wimbledon as a player? It's different from us watching it, but what is it like to be a player inside the Wimbledon grass?
For me, I think the atmosphere, the historic, and the surrounding of center court and like onside Wimbledon, it's the oldest Grand Slam of tennis, and for all the tennis player, it's a dream come true to one, definitely professionals, and also to be there. Because for me, I think every Grand Slam have their own, how can you say, signatures or atmosphere. Aussie, it was a happy slam, and Roland Garros have, the art, the different, and the Wimbledon has the oldest, like the oldest Grand Slam and traditions. Everybody, players have to wear white. It's kind of like it's and US Open was fun, was really wild, in New York City. So I think every Grand Slam are different. But as I said, the oldest, the history, and the tradition white, so, and the way to get into Wimbledon, it's still there. If you want to be on ground tickets, you have to wait on the line. You have to queue. Some of the spectators, they love to kind of like they're still actually camping before the gate opens. They still doing that. But in like before was on the sidewalk, but now in the park. So it's kind of like more safe. Yeah, it's wow, it's different feeling. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right now, Wimbledon is just around the corner as well. And can you give us your picks for the men's and the women's? Who are your give me the logical and the underdog rooting that you're gonna do. I mean, the logical, of course. They say Novak is gonna be the logical choice, but are you rooting for someone?
Well, in the beginning, I just want to say now it's really a challenge because actually from clay court to grass, it's a big challenge for the tennis player because the challenging of the court is so different because the bounce of the clay, it's high, real kind of higher and slow. And the hard court was medium, but with kind of consistency ground. So you don't see the bad bounce and all those things. And the grass court is really low and fast. So from the slow to fast and high to bounce, low bounce, it's a big challenge. And they have like only 3 weeks, like back to back, So to do a great result, both French Open and Wimbledon, that's a big and a wow performance. I don't, it's, as you said, the biggest champions, they, of course, all the big three, they already won those 4 Grand Slam. So as you said, the men's side, the top pick, I will go Novak, and Roger will be definitely in the top pick
as
because
usual,
I think,
as usual.
Yeah, but I think Roger was doing a right choice because he actually listened to his body because he withdrew, I think, a 3rd round or 4th round in Paris because he just came back with 2 knee injuries and just played couple tournaments before the grass court. So the grass is his favorite one. So I think he's doing, but it depends on how ready and how the best performance they adjust on each day, because everyday performance on each day on your bodies are different, are so challenging. And the underdogs, I don't know, I go with the big guns. I go with Bararetti
Okay.
because he, I think with grass court everything's coming so fast. You're gonna see a
Yeah.
lot of aces, big ground strokes, a lot of winners. So I go with the big guns. In the women's side, oh, it's kind of sad that Naomi Osaka, she I hope she recovery well with her mentally, but it's kind of sad not to see her in Wimbledon. And I think Serena, she's I think she's really keen and with the surface, and definitely she want to kind of hold the trophy for Olympia to see once in when Olympia's got get was born. And I'm going with statistic with the ground stroke. I think Sabalenka was the top one, big ground stroke, big serve, and Kvitova. I think Muguruza, because Muguruza was doing so well
Yeah.
in the beginning of the year in Aussie Open.
Yeah.
But of course, she lost to Osaka, and I think she might be the good one. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, right now, the Philippines and Southeast Asia is celebrating a young lady coming up the ranks in the juniors, women's doubles, and that is Alex Eala. She won the Australians doubles in 2020 and won the Roland Garros. What was it? What will it take for her to win in Wimbledon, replicate the same result?
Uh, I think first of all, I think it's a bright thing, to see a Southeast Asian player, especially juniors, are doing well, because you know I think this regional we're kind of proud and happy to see her good result. But I think it's not easy actually to win a Grand Slam back, like back to back, because the junior tournament haven't played since actually, US, I think US Open, right?
Yeah.
Because Wimbledon, no Wimbledon, and no juniors or Roland Garros last year, no. So actually, to win a Grand Slam, like kind of, they haven't played a lot of tournaments and then come back to win. That's amazing performance. And I now everybody's like, oh, win more, win more. I know, but I think for her, for me, as my advice, I want her to just enjoy her game and her moment, and actually she have so much time in the future. I think just kind of be herself and enjoy tennis. So, but the way I from my expect that one of the Southeast Asian fans, I just wish her she just happy and enjoy with her tennis life. Yeah. Mm.
Okay, of course, juniors rank is just a few years, and she will have to transition to the pros. And being as a fellow Asian, creating some noise for tennis, what will be your advice to her going to the pros? The adjustments that she has to make to get to the pros.
I think there's a lot of things when you do well in juniors. It's the same as Pavlyuchenkova. So same story actually, that she was doing so well. She was number one in the juniors, and everybody expect her to do well in the pro circuit. But I feel that everybody have their peak, not the same. As you can see, like example, Martina Hingis, she peaked so well when she's really, really young. Lena, she peaked in her professional times when she's like 29. She won the Grand Slam when she was 29. Pavlyuchenkova was in the final when she's like 29. It's the same thing. So I feel to give her advice that, you know what, you just love of the tennis game, love to have fun, love to enjoy and determine and having fun and achieve, like kind of determined to achieve to your goal. But actually, like you have to listen to yourself, you know, like don't kind of like pressure yourself or like, oh, why I'm not there yet, you know, just it's just like everybody. And like Colin, she's already graduated from US and now graduated from the university, and she after that she was top 20 after school. So everybody have different peak time. So I think right now, you know, for her, I think she just kind of like listen to your heart and, you know, happy and enjoying what to do. And I think coach and parents and all those things and all her team will help her to achieve her goal quickly. Yeah. Mm.
Okay, and
Mm.
this is kind of a silly question, but she's
Okay, I'm ready.
training right now for training right now with in Rafa Nadal's academy. Okay.
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 Mhm.
What do you think that she can learn from that academy that she can adapt to her game?
Well, definitely when you're in your practice in the big academy, definitely you see the role models there practicing there. You definitely can practice with a good uh definitely good coach, good physical, good education to be he's in the right she's in the right atmosphere to be a pro and how to be a pro. Because actually, for me, I grew up in Thailand and I practiced with my dad. So for me to get that experience, to get that, you know, the professionals atmosphere quick when I was going into the tournaments. I don't see I don't see the players or practice with the good players when I was in the tour, but not in the academy. Because in the academy is it's a school and it's a good academy, you know. So you can see how you definitely she can learn how determined, how uh precise and how scheduling of the pro they do. So definitely she will learn quicker from the academy. So I think that's a good thing that she's doing. I think she's doing the right way, and with her performance, you know, and I think she's doing in the right way. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tammy. It's been
Thank
nice talking to
you.
you.
Thank you for
It's
having
been a
meค่ะ
pleasure.
ขอบคุณมากค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you so much.
ค่ะ
Okay,
Thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified with our latest videos.